This happened to me 1 year ago. Our final exams were coming up, and I still had a lot of studying left to do. Usually, our school library closed at 5 p.m., but because of the exams, the school decided to keep it open until midnight so students could stay and prepare. Since my house wasn't far from school, I preferred studying in the quiet library instead of at home. That evening, I left my house at 6 p.m. and soon arrived at the library. I became so absorbed in my studies that I didn't realize it was already 10 p.m. Normally, I would leave around 8 p.m., and even then, there would still be a few students around. But at 10 p.m., the library was completely silent. I only had about 10 to 15 minutes of work left, so I decided to finish quickly before heading home. As I focused on my books, I suddenly heard the sound of someone limping. Tap, tap, tap. Fear rushed through my body. I quickly packed my books and ran out of the library. Outside was a long corridor. At the end of it, a right turn led to the school's exit. As I hurried down the corridor, I noticed a woman standing near the exit. I didn't recognize her. The closer I got, the more uncomfortable I felt. Finally, I shouted, "Who's there?" The moment I spoke, she disappeared. Within seconds, she was completely gone. I sighed in relief and quickly walked out of the school. Because I was exhausted and hungry, I could barely walk. But something felt wrong. The street was completely empty. That road was usually crowded, even at night. Panicking, I kept my eyes on the ground while walking. I was almost home when I noticed something strange. A shadow stretched toward me, even though nobody was around. I slowly looked up. A woman was walking ahead of me. She looked wrong. It seemed like she was disabled and had difficulty walking. She moved so slowly that I caught up to her within moments. Now I could see her clearly. She wore dirty, torn clothes. Her hands and feet were twisted. Her hair was messy and tangled. Something about her terrified me. I stopped walking. My instincts screamed, "Don't go any closer." I didn't even have the courage to walk past her. Suddenly, she turned toward me. In a strange voice, she asked, "Have you seen my daughter?" I froze. I couldn't speak. My mind went completely blank. Out of pure fear, I pointed far into the distance. "Over there." I only wanted her to leave me alone. Without another word, she limped away in the direction I pointed. She walked farther and farther until I could no longer see her. Terrified that she might return, I started running as fast as I could. At that moment, I didn't care about anything except finding another person, a car, a neighbor, anyone. Then, from far away, I heard the woman scream, "She's here." After that, I remember nothing. When I regained consciousness, I was lying in my house. My neighbor told me he had found me unconscious on the road and carried me home. Later, he told me an old story. Back in 1998, there was a 32-year-old woman named Agatha. She had a 10-year-old daughter who attended Eden Hill School. One day, while playing with her friends, the little girl had an accident and died. Agatha couldn't bear losing her only child. People said that after her death, Agatha's ghost began wandering around Eden Hill School and the nearby streets, searching endlessly, looking for her lost daughter. Even today, she is still hoping that one day she will find her child again. The end.